You are about to hear How to Live a Prosperous Life by Catherine Ponder. Narrated by Kristen Glassman. Copyright 2017. BN Publishing. Online at bnpublishing.com. Chapter 1. Dare to Prosper. Prosperity comes not by chance, but in accordance with absolute law. Charles Fillmore has said, "The law of supply is a divine law. This means that it is a law of mind and must work through mind. In other words, the peace, health, and plenty of prosperity must come through prosperous thinking." The mind can be trained to think prosperously in simple, delightful ways, and the results of prosperous thinking are also delightful, practical, and satisfying. A businessman had had a serious heart condition most of his life. As he began to practice prosperous thinking, he relaxed more and more in mind, body, and affairs. As he began to make his mind work for him in prosperous, healthy, victorious ways, tension disappeared, and after a time his physician stated that the heart condition had been healed. Today, this man enjoys the best health of his life. A lonely, unhappy career woman who had often threatened suicide learned about prosperous thinking and became so fascinated with its practical power that she found new interests outside herself. She developed a new lease on life. The suicide talk stopped, and today she is a transformed individual. A businessman who drank secretly found that as he began invoking prosperous thinking, he was able to resolve and dissolve inner hostilities and conflicts through new, victorious attitudes. His desire to drink vanished. In several instances, a marriage was saved after one of the partners learned of and began quietly to practice prosperous thinking. A widow who had been alone for 20 years met and married happily. One person's divorced partner returned, and they were remarried. A businessman who had always detested his work discovered that as he applied prosperous thinking to his job, he got a whole new perspective on it. In due time, this man was sought out by many for counseling. Needless to say, he no longer considers his work detestable, and he enjoys the many contacts he has with others. What were the simple but delightful steps these persons and many others took to invoke prosperous thinking, thus producing peace, health, and plenty in their lives? First, they got ready for the prosperity they desired by creating a vacuum to receive it. Nature abhors a vacuum and always rushes in with new substance to fill empty space in mind, body, affairs, or relationships. You too can form a mental vacuum by cleaning out of your mind negative, limited, unforgiving thoughts. As Charles Fillmore has written, "Thoughts are things and occupy space in mind. We cannot have new or better ones in a place already crowded with old, weak, inefficient thoughts." A mental house cleaning is even more necessary than a material one. If you are not sure what attitudes or memories need to be released and dissolved, give yourself a universal treatment in release and forgiveness. Declare, "I fully and freely forgive. I loose and let go. I cast all judgments, resentments, criticism, and unforgiveness upon the God within, to be dissolved and healed. The prospering truth has set me free to meet my rich good and to share my good with others." As you prayerfully affirm this, you will probably feel a sense of burden pass and a feeling of release, relief, and freedom come. Your mental vacuum for new good has now been formed. A businessman became ill, and in spite of the best medical care, he did not recover. His body was filled with poison, and nothing seemed to dissolve it. One night, while perspiring with a high fever, this man realized that there must be something he needed to get rid of or release, mentally or emotionally, since thoughts and emotions have such a powerful effect on the body. He then asked God to reveal what it was that he needed to release. Suddenly, he began to think of a person against whom he had been holding a strong grudge, and about whom he had said many unkind things. He then affirmed over and over, "I fully and freely release and forgive. I loose and let go all ill feeling. Divine love produces the perfect result now." Soon a feeling of peace, quietness, and release came, and he slept peacefully. The next morning his fever was gone, and he recovered rapidly from his illness of
Sample complete. Ready to continue?